Although its official earnings report for 2018 hasn't been published yet, if we compare how Tesla ended last year to how it ended 2017, it's clear to see how much the company has grown. Model 3 production increased from just under 2,700 in 2017 to more than 152,000 in 2018. Vehicle sales exploded too, with Model 3 helping Tesla obliterate the competition in terms of total vehicles sold in certain segments and markets. And this helped Tesla turn a decent profit in Q3 and, Elon Musk has unofficially stated online, a more modest profit in Q4. For Tesla and electric car fans worldwide, this is all great news. Tesla's impact in the market is being felt in many corners, and more rival companies are bringing their own electric models online, accelerating development of EVs and pushing for their own piece of that electric car pie. Despite Tesla's successes, though, there are some pretty big challenges that still face the company. And here are the 5 biggest challenges that we think Tesla will have to face this year. I should note here that these challenges, at least some of them, aren't listed because Tesla isn't doing something. They're listed as areas of development, things that might not be a major issue now, but could become so in the near future. I should also point out that this video isn't intended to be a Tesla-hating video. Although, as usual, I'm sure some will see it that way because they always do. Tesla is doing great things in the electric car world, and it's responsible for some of the massive attitude adjustments towards electric cars that we've seen from OEMs. This video is meant to acknowledge the issues that currently exist and point out how they might be changed to ensure the best reputation for Tesla moving forwards. Without being truly objective about these issues, and perhaps ignoring them completely as some sites and commentators do, well, nothing improves. Oh, and if you were wondering, I am planning on doing a similar set of videos for some other EV companies and automakers because there are issues across the whole EV industry which do need addressing. Okay, onto that list. First and foremost is cash flow. Tesla announced last week that it was laying off 3,200 staff as part of a cost-cutting exercise. It's also announced its popular Tesla referral program will come to an end on February 1st. It's made its entry-level Model S and Model X more expensive, and it recently pushed up the price of using supercharger stations around the world, with some areas seeing price increases of 1/3 or more. It's likely that the staff layoffs mean more automation at Tesla's factories, while the end of the referral program was announced to help Tesla bring the standard range Model 3 to market as soon as possible. That's because the referral program was costing it a lot of money, especially all those free second-generation Tesla Roadsters for high rolling referrers, a car that Tesla hasn't even begun production yet. But the supercharging price hike is also worrisome, especially when gas prices in some parts of the world are now pretty low, close to $2 a gallon in some parts of the US, for example. If it becomes more affordable for customers to fill up with fuel over electricity, Tesla could lose out. To navigate 2019, Tesla is going to need to keep a massive rein on its cash flow, especially with so many projects on the go, including that Chinese Gigafactory 3, the Tesla Semi, and of course continued development work on the Model Y and the Tesla Roadster. Second, Tesla needs to work on its customer experience and education. In the last couple of months, especially around the holidays, I've encountered many Tesla Model 3 owners who seemingly don't fully understand how their cars operate. One owner I met at a charging station didn't understand how to use his expensive CHAdeMO adapter. Another didn't understand that using a third-party charging site would result in a lower, slower charge time. And again, while the majority of handovers seem to go without a hitch, those who are buying an electric car for the first time do need more education about their new cars, whether it's a Tesla or not, before going onto the road. This isn't a problem, though, that's specific to Tesla. I should note, every single automaker suffers the same, and you'll encounter owners who are either uneducated or undereducated about their cars across the board, except it's usually caused by untrained or disinterested dealerships that are spouting incorrect information, a problem which is a problem that is much harder to fix in a franchised dealership model. But Tesla's whole showroom model was designed specifically to ensure a high-quality, homogeneous customer experience, an experience that avoided these kind of problems. It seems, though, that some customers are slipping through the gaps, and if Tesla wants to keep its market hold, customer experience is key. This applies to servicing and after-sales too, or customers may not want to stick with the brand when alternatives hit the marketplace. Third, Tesla needs to continue improving the quality control of its cars. While it's fair to say Tesla was working flat out to get cars to customers in the tail end of 2018, I am still hearing from owners telling me of, and I'm still seeing examples of, cars handed over with paint defects, poor panel gaps, and other issues that really shouldn't be present in any new car. The instances of defects are far lower than they once were, but there is still room for improvement. Again, at this point, I'm going to acknowledge a couple of things. First, some people will say to this that other automakers sometimes have defects that are visible on their cars at handover. And to that, I will say yes, they do exist. But in my personal experience, I'm hearing far less about other automakers than I am about Tesla. To which, of course, some people respond with, yes, but Tesla gets all the attention because they're Tesla. And to that, I'll say yes, maybe Tesla is getting more attention for things that other automakers are not getting criticised for. But it's also fair to say that while those complaining or bringing up the issues are generally happy with whatever resolution they get from Tesla, this does all affect Tesla's public image. Ergo, Tesla needs to try harder to make sure these issues aren't issues. Pushing cars out the door with visible paint defects, Engineering Explained did a video on this about a month ago, can all be resolved, I think, by following the old adage of less haste, more speed. Fourth, Tesla needs to improve its used car program and sales. Not everyone can afford a brand new car, and not everyone wants a new car. Tesla's certified pre-owned program was, for many years, a beacon of how to do used car sales right. At one point, for example, Tesla used to refurbish certified pre-owned cars to near-new condition, fixing any defects and ensuring the car was as close to perfect as possible for its new owner. For cost reasons, Tesla has now ended that practice, meaning cars aren't always getting minor fixes carried out. But this isn't the major issue. Improving the buying experience is. If you watch the Rich Rebuilds YouTube channel, you'll know that he recently purchased a used Model X from Tesla. He purchased it back in September, and yet he's still to take ownership of it at the time of recording this video. I'm not going to repeat his experiences here, but be sure to check out his channel to see what I mean. I should note too that he owns Tesla shares and loves the car, but I also agree with the points he's been making. The kind of runaround he's been given and complete lack of communication within the various parts of Tesla concerning his car, that isn't good. Which brings me to the final thing. Communication. Tesla's been running so hard for so many years and grown so fast that it certainly appears from the outside at least, and from anecdotes that I've heard from former staff, that there's a lot of headless chicken behaviour at the company. And by that, I mean people running around not completely sure what's going on or what other people are doing. This seems to be a symptom of staff simply being worked too hard. You see, stressed employees or employees who don't have time to stop and catch up with workload will inevitably make mistakes. Those mistakes often take longer to fix than they would if they were caught firsthand. And to be frank, I'm guessing Tesla is spending quite a lot of money on so-called goodwill gestures like free repairs or service coupons to pacify customers who are experiencing issues that frankly could have been solved just by working a little more slowly and a little more carefully. As Tesla expands its year, it needs to ensure its communication structure improves too, so that customers aren't given the horrible runaround. So estimates and schedules are kept to, and staff know exactly what's going on with each and every car, each and every customer, or each and every event that's being planned. Without improved customer communication, better expectation and goal setting, and making sure both metaphorical hands know what the other is doing, Tesla risks losing customers. And I'm sure that's something that you'll all agree would not be a good thing. That's it. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time.